All right, welcome back to another one of our film reviews. Today we are talking Kansas City Chiefs rookie running back Brashard Smith. I say he's a running back, but he is a playmaker. He's an underrated cog in this Chiefs offense. He unlocks a lot of what they like to do, and we'll break down everything he did so well in the Chiefs' most recent victory. As always, in the comment section below, give us any feedback you might have. If you're a fan of these film reviews and want to help support us by doing more of them, consider becoming a member of our channel. We greatly appreciate it. There's a link in the description box below that will take you right there. Without further ado, let's jump right into the film. All right, we're going to open up with a two-play combo, and there's Brashard Smith right there at the top of your screen, lined up obviously as a split wide receiver. And what the Chiefs are going to do here is they're going to get a lot of run action inside, but it's going to be a quick bubble screen on here for Brashard Smith. We're going to get lead blockers, and the goal here is just to get a few yards. This is basically an extended handoff to force the Raiders to really aggressively pursue the downhill bubble screen action right here. So this is, again, a two-play sequence. We're going to get a quick throw here to Brashard Smith. You can see the Raiders all the way over here. They're calling. They're acknowledging, hey, listen, we got a running back out here. Watch it, watch it, watch it. And guess what? They do a pretty good job watching it. It's still a decent little play for the Chiefs. But what happens on the next play is a huge offensive explosion for Kansas City. Again, a two-part combo here. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. Run action. Quick screen out there. North and south. Good 5-yard gain. Look, Brashard Smith does a good job, right? Quick bubble out, good hands catch, everything you want technically. Good job right there. Follows the blocks, north and south. Doesn't do anything cute, right? Doesn't try and bounce it outside or juke or do anything crazy. Just get what you can, right? It's 1st and 10. Just trying to get to 2nd and 5. Stay ahead of the chains. So you can see right here, the Chiefs selling run action in this direction, and they're trying to get the ball out in the flat because you can see the Raiders right here, they got off coverage, right? They've got a corner off. They got a safety deep. And now they're a little bit late to flow down, but they're flowing downhill. And right here, Brashard Smith runs into the safety, 5-yard gain, right? Good little play, nothing special, but it's the Kansas City Chiefs. It's Andy Reid, it's Mahomes. They got something cooking up here. Again, good play here. Let's go on to the next play here in just a second whenever it's done and finished up. All right, there we go. So very similar look. You can see Brashard Smith right here, the tight end H-back right there. Wide receiver right here, exact same look, exact same coverage. Looks like it's going to be a similar kind of concept, right? Here we go. There's a snap. Looks like it's a bubble screen. There it comes. Corner flies up. Safety's flat-footed. Nickel corner flies up. What happens? Oh, you got the wheel open for a huge play behind it. This is the Chiefs. This is Andy Reid. This is Mahomes. This is beautiful design. But here's the thing. It only works if you have a guy you can trust. Because if you have, let's say, a star wide receiver, if you've got Thornton or if you got, Rashee Rice now that he's back or Hollywood Brown, a big play threat, this safety is not going to be flat-footed. This corner is not going to fly up. They're going to bail because they're going to be worried about the deep threat. You've got to have a reliable, non-threatening guy like Brashard Smith who can catch the football and turn it into productive plays like we saw on 1st down, get you to 2nd and 5. That way the corners and the safeties have to respect it. Because again, if you give it 5 yards of play, you'll lose, right? 5 yards of play, you'll be in 1st down after 2 snaps. So the corner flies up, the nickel corner flies up, the safety's flat-footed, wide open wheel route behind it. This is what Brashard Smith brings in terms of creativity for the Chiefs and Andy Reid's offense, right? You can see right there, everyone's flying up. Why are they flying up for Brashard Smith? Because he's good enough to beat him 5 yards at a time. And are you going to die a death by 1,000 cuts? The Raiders, they lose discipline because they don't want to die that death. In return, though, they give up a huge play. Nice offense by Kansas City. All right, so what do the Raiders do? And here we got the Chiefs counter to that. You can see Brashard Smith all the way right there on the left side of your screen. Normally a running back in this situation, he's right next to the quarterback, but they actually slide the running back out this direction. Again, this is where the Kansas City Chiefs are so smart. They want to bring all the attention to Brashard Smith. Hey, everybody. Hey, safety. Hey, linebacker. Look at 24. We've seen 2 plays where Brashard Smith caught a quick bubble screen, and 1 play they faked it to him and went long. So what you do here for the Raiders when you see Brashard Smith so blatantly out in the open, so far away, so obvious, the Raiders have a check, right? They've got a deep safety right there who's going to fly and cover that part of the field, and they're going to have a corner up across the screen to cover up the bubble. So what do the Chiefs do? They run a screen, but Brashard Smith comes back to the middle where there's all the screen grass. Beautiful design, but it only works with a rookie who's able to execute. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's a screen over the middle, a lot of green grass, north and south, nice little play. Again, 8-9 yards at a time, and it sets up the big plays. You can see right there, number 11 bails. Look at all this green grass. The corner's up. He's trying to defend the bubble screen to the flat, but they got a blocker out in that direction. Brashard Smith goes up the middle, turns into a nice 8-9 yard play. Do you get enough 8-9 yard plays, guys? You win 31-0. It's that easy. But it isn't that easy. The Chiefs do it because they're smarter. They do it because they understand how to break defenses and their strategies. They do it because they know how to utilize guys like Brashard Smith. I tell you what, the more I see 24, the more I'm reminded of Tony Pollard, running back who played for the Dallas Cowboys, now with the Tennessee Titans. Kind of being misused right now in Tennessee, my honest opinion. But with the Cowboys, they used him a lot in this manner. They used him out as a receiver. They put him in weird situations, forced the defense to react, created green space, and then they allowed their playmaker, Pollard, in this case for Kansas City, Brashard Smith, to totally take advantage of it. This is a guy who isn't getting the headlines, who isn't getting the attention, but I tell you what, Kansas City fans, he's going to be a huge part of your offense going forward. All right, for the wide copy, you get a really good look at it. So right here, I'm going to freeze frame. So you have two corners up here in the flat to cover against that quick bubble screen. And they got the deep safety. You can go all the way back here. The deep safety. See flat-footed? No, he's backpedaling the entire way. Can't give up the big play at all. So what do you have, Brashard Smith? Open green grass in the middle. Gets the blockers, north and south, first down. This is what it's all about, guys. The Kansas City Chiefs are so smart. They know how to utilize all their players. And you go back to the very beginning, see how dislocated Smith is from the running back? All these guys, the nickel corner, the boundary corner right there, the safety, they all see this and like, oh my goodness, it looks like the play we saw before. So you two guys, make sure you eliminate the bubble screen. Safety, stay deep for the wheel. Opens up the middle of the field. The Chiefs attack it. Brashard Smith takes advantage of it. You don't need to be a superstar. Just do your job and execute Andy Reid's offense and be multiple and versatile like Brashard Smith, and you can be successful. Number 24 emerging as a legit weapon for Kansas City. All right, let's talk running game, and there's Brashard Smith in a standard alignment right next to Mahomes, and it's going to be a standard inside zone concept coming right at you. So the right tackle is going to base there. We're going to get zone double team right here, working up to 45. We're going to get a tight scoop and a wide scoop right here, working up to 52. Tight end taking a backside cutoff, and Brashard Smith, he's going to take the handoff and take this track and just press the hole and try and cut back wherever he can. He can keep it wide if he wants to. He can cut back here. He can cut back all the way out here if he needs to. He's just reading the blocks. He does a great job reading a really nice double team as they get movement and get up to the next level. Brashard Smith does a great job staying with it, and only at the last possible second does he make his cut. Nice run from the rookie. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's the inside run. Well blocked, north and south. Nice play. Good finish. Let's break this down all the way back here. So we get the good double team right there. Up to the linebacker, kind of. They never actually get up and block him. But this is what Brashard Smith does. He makes his offensive lineman right. So what they teach offensive linemen in situations, you stay on the double team until the linebacker makes a move, until he comes off. So Creed Humphrey, I guarantee you, he's got his eyes on 45 the entire way right there. But 45 never makes a move. Why does 45 never make a move in terms of picking a gap to attack? Because Brashard Smith is attacking the double team right there. 45 stuck. He basically blocks himself because Brashard Smith is running right at the double team. And it is a good double team, guys. Getting a lot of great movement at the point of attack. Great job on the backside as well. This is really well blocked by the Kansas City Chiefs. But because Brashard Smith, well coached, good fundamentally sound runner, because he attacks the double team, 45 is flat-footed, then he makes his cut, and right there, look at this finish. Makes his cut. Here comes the contact. Boom. Puts him on his back. Finishes hard. Look at this, guys. Boom. Man, I love that. We talk about him being a receiving threat, a weapon in the receiving game, and you're able to run downhill and finish like this. What a nice playmaker, Brashard Smith. All right, from the wide copy, look at this movement right here. My goodness gracious. I mean, listen, Brashard Smith gets a lot of credit for sticking with this double team and pressing, but I tell you what, when you get movement like this at the point of attack, it makes it a lot easier for your running back. Great job by the Chiefs up front, but Smith does his part. Again, he doesn't get too aggressive. He doesn't try and, oh, there's a hole, let me hit it right now. No, he presses to the last second and finishes the run. Guys, this is really good. It is so hard to be this, patient as a runner. People talk about patience as a running back, letting your blocks develop. Sometimes it's not just waiting for your guys to get on their blocks. It's letting the blocks execute themselves and let the offensive lineman win the day. You got a great double team. Make these guys right. Stay on the double team. Allow the movement to continue before you make your cut. Great job, Brashard Smith here. And then the finish, again, contact made at the 10, falls forward to the 6, to the 7, 3-4 yards after contact. Nice play here by 24. All right, how about a little screen game action? There's Brashard Smith, again, in a standard running back position. Again, this is where the Chiefs are so creative. Earlier in this film review, we showed how when they like to use Brashard Smith as a weapon, they offset him, right? They put him at the line of scrimmage, put him way out here. This time he's in a standard running back alignment, but it doesn't mean they're not going to throw him the football. It's going to be a standard screen. The left tackles are pass setting, rushing guys upfield. Right tackle, over here, rushing guys upfield. The guard, center, left guard, they're all going to settle for a second, then get downfield, Guard's going to slow play, make sure no one's coming behind, potentially any guy that's going to hustle and try and back it down from the backside. Brashard Smith is going to set and then leak out behind all the rushers. Turns into a really nice play, converts the first down. Again, for a rookie 7th-round pick, new to the team, new to the NFL, he plays these things like a vet. I love to see it. Let's check it out. There's a snap. Here comes the screen. Good catch. Patient, north and south. Finish the run. Break one tackle right there. Make sure you get the first down. Right there, little arm tackle coming in. Break that. 27 does a good job slowing his momentum. Results in a Chiefs first down. Again, it's the patience. Letting your block set up. See how close he stays to his blockers until the last possible second. And I would too, right? If you got 52 leading the way, man, I would follow Creed Humphrey too. I mean, that's probably a good approach. I wonder if they teach him, says, listen, if you're in the open field or if you're just running inside zone, rookie running back, 7th-round pick, if you just follow Creed Humphrey and stay close to him, good things will happen. And I think that's a good strategy, and they probably teach that. Again, staying close to 52, running downfield. I mean, look at these blocks. This is so well blocked. You got receivers hustling. You got hats on hats across the board. The Chiefs are such a good blocking team. It's the little things with Kansas City. And it's setting up these blocks. Right here, Brashard Smith. He's got a lot of green grass. Does he try and cut back? Does he try and bounce it outside? No, sir. Get the first down. Keep the chains moving. Nice play. All right, from the wide copy, there's a snap. Running back leaks out. Well set up. Follows his blocks. Gets the first down right there. Nice play. One of the underrated elements of Brashard Smith is, again, how patient he is as a runner. The fact that he never seems to be running full speed. He's got a little Le'Veon Bell to him, right? Not that he doesn't have good top-end speed, but the way he always was running at 90%, he never gets ahead of his skis, never overruns his blockers. There's a lot of guys in the screen game that turn on the jets right here, and they basically run whole hog into someone before the blockers can get downfield, and it ends up minimizing the game. You got to run fast, but you don't want to run at top speed. Let these guys set up, let them develop, get your foot in the ground, and then finish. If you can run at 90% at an acceptable speed, you can be a great running back in the speed game in terms of screens, in terms of tosses, in terms of downfield receptions. This is what Brashard Smith is. This is why you draft fast guys that know how to control themselves. If they're just sprinters, that's not great. Brashard Smith can control himself, multiple gear runner. Nice play from the rookie. All right, quick break in the film review. Look, I was taught to break down film by my college coaches at the Division I level. All the players are. It's just a fact of playing football at that level. And I want to take this opportunity to give you guys, the average fan, more opportunities to get that insider knowledge of how the game is taught at that highest level of college football. I created a checklist, a step-by-step guide for you guys, 100% free. That's based on how I was taught to break down film by my coaches, and then I use today to create these film reviews. There's a link in the description box below that'll take you right to it. I really appreciate it if you guys decide to get it. Again, 100% free, just trying to share information to you guys, stuff that was taught to me by my coaches. But without further ado, let's get back into the film. All right, into the game running situation. Obviously got the backup quarterback in, and there, of course, is Brashard Smith to the left of Minshew. And it's going to be standard inside zone stuff. We're going to get zone block there, zone block there, zone block there, zone block there, zone block here, zone block here. It's going to be split zone, which means the H-back tight end is going to come across the formation and kick out the in man right there. And Brashard Smith, he's going to take the handoff as if he's going this way, but then he's going to cut back and follow the zone blocks. It's a really creative design. Normally what teams do in the situation is a running back lines up over here and he just follows it like a standard zone. The Chiefs have it as a design cutback. It's a clever design, but as a running back, you got to be patient, and exactly 24 does that at a high level. Patient, allows the blocks to develop, and then finishes hard downhill. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's the cutback. Allows the blocks to develop, falls forward. Nice play. Incredibly patient, guys. Again, the entire time. No freak out. Calm. Jump cut. North and south. He's such a natural runner. Now, this is really well blocked, but right here is it really well blocked. A lot of chaos. Right here is it really well blocked. It's getting there. Now you see the crease. Now go north and south. You would love right here to get a little bit longer on the blocks. If you hold this for a beat longer, he's into the next level, right? It's like a 15, 20-yard run. Maybe he slips a tackle, goes all the way. But again, you follow your blocks. Allow them to develop. Trust your guys. Hug the offensive lineman. And guess what? If your offensive lineman doesn't hold the block, then you finish and fall forward. This is why you follow your blockers. This is why you hug the lineman. Make them right. Trust the scheme. Trust your blockers. For a rookie 7th-round pick, I love the trust he shows in his guys, and in return, the Chiefs trust him. Obviously, this is a backup situation into the game of a blowout, but I've already shown a number of plays where he's the focal point. He is the straw that stirs the drink. He has a bright future in this Chiefs offense. All right, for the wide copy, get a really good look at it right here. You get the split zone action. Again, there's the crease, and he hits it and falls forward. You can make an argument maybe he should have hit it right here, but listen, it's the end of the game, right? You're trying to milk the clock, keep the chains moving. Go north and south. Don't need to get cute. 2 hands on the football and fall forward. Smart, savvy football player. Again, trust your blockers. They get good movement. What the heck is happening here? What are the Raiders doing? I know this is a Chiefs video, but what is this? This is how you lose the game 31-0. I don't know what you're teaching there. I don't know what you're coaching there. This is bonkers. I'm sorry. I mean, you're a nose guard and you're backing off the football 3 yards. I'm sorry. This is just bad football. Bad football. But this is good football by Brashard Smith. Trust your blockers. Follow them. Fall forward. Get the first down. Nice play. All right, sticking with the running game, and now Brashard Smith right there. He's lined up directly behind the quarterback in a single back look, and it's going to be another zone running scheme concept working to the right side of the video right there, right side of the Chiefs offensive line. And it's going to be standard zone blocks. We're going to get zone block here, zone block here, zone block here, zone here, cut off there, scoops here, right? We're going to get motion pre-snap to try and get flow from the linebacker to safety that direction. Standard stuff. Normally how it works out, right, is these guys try and get movement, get these guys dislocated this way. You get this cut off, and this guy gets up on the linebacker, and you run this direction and then cut back behind it. And that's how it happens 99 times out of 100. But as a running back, I always say you got to watch this guy to see if your tackle can reach him. Because if you can secure the edge right there, you can bounce the sucker for a really nice run. That's exactly what Brashard Smith does here. I love to see it. Again, recognizing and reacting to what his offensive linemen, what his blockers are doing, key part of being a great running back. Let's check it out. There's the motion. There's the snap. Handoff. Bounces it outside. Turns the corner. Nice little run. Again, watch what he reads when it comes to this right tackle. So right here, he's thinking cutback. Just normally how it's structured. Now he has penetration in his face. So this is a situation where a lot of running backs, they try and cut back or they kind of create it like a dead play. They just go north and south and get whatever they can, which in this situation isn't the worst thing. But Brashard Smith, he sees right here, his tackles reach the in-man line of scrimmage. Okay, bounce it. Nice. You always have to look for this opportunity. There are so many running backs because it's so rare that they just assume it never happens. And defenses rely on that, right? You got linebackers and safeties flowing downhill, not getting outside because they're like, listen, even if we get reached, running back ain't even going to look for that. As a running back, it's your job to take advantage of when you get reach block successfully done on the play side. Most of the time, these defensive ends, when they feel that reach block coming, they fly outside and they avoid it happening. Right here, this defensive end gets caught inside. Brashard Smith smartly jumps outside. Nice play by the rookie. All right, for the wide copy, you get a really good look at it right there. There's the motion. You can see they secure the edge, so the edge is secured. A lot of running backs right here, they won't even look at that. They'll be like, it's blocked really poorly. I got to jump inside and maybe get a yard. But Brashard Smith, he's smart. He sees the edge secured. He immediately bounces and then still gets north and south, makes the corner look silly. I love the threatening action right at the corner right here. So he runs right at the corner, gets the corner to go flat foot, and then bounces outside, gets extra yards. Such a smart, savvy runner. Instinctive playmaker. I tell you what, for a guy they put at wide receiver and the guy they line up all over the field, he has great natural running back instincts. The more I watch Brashard Smith, the more I think this is the future of this Chiefs running back room. And I know Pacheco is sort of the guy right now, but I tell you what, in a few years' time, I think number 24 will become the stalwart of this Chiefs running back attack. All right, let's end on one of the funnier plays from the Kansas City Chiefs. And look, it's the Chiefs offense. They do a lot of funky stuff. It makes them so entertaining. And if you're a fan of the opposition, so darn frustrating. So what they're going to do here, you can see Brashard Smith at the bottom of the screen. He's got his hands up, right? He's like, hey, what's the call? What's the call? And everyone's kind of like standing around pointing, and it looks all chaotic. It actually is a design. Everyone's looking chaotic as he walks inside like he's confused. It's a quick throw to Smith, and he turns it into a really nice gain. But it's one of those things where you get the trust of Andy Reid, you get trick plays like this. That's how you know Andy Reid and the Chiefs offense at number 15 right there, the great one, Patrick Mahomes, how they trust you. When they integrate you into the funky elements of the Chiefs offense, love to see it. Let's check it out. Quick snap, everyone's standing around. Smith catches the football, splits the defense, falls his blockers. Really big play, almost breaks it. I mean, right here. Jeez, that close to being a touchdown. Let's look at this at the very beginning, right? Again, everyone's getting blocks out in space. He slips a couple tackles. Good effort. Falling forward, breaking tackles. Great yards after contact. Really good catch and run right there. But again, it looks all confused. Everyone's standing around, right? Kelsey's kind of looking around. Everyone's, it's all confused. Trick play. But this is why the Chiefs are so darn tough to defend, because they make you think. I mean, look at this. Who is this? This is number 51 right here for Kansas City. Look at the linebacker. He's looking away. Cornerback right there. Ain't even playing. And they just run it right at him. That's how you get big plays. Chiefs are so good, guys. They're so creative. They're so smart. And because they do it with guys like Brashard Smith, and because Smith has earned their trust, it's not like it's Kelsey and you're like, hey, alert, alert, or Hollywood Brown, hey, alert, alert. It's the rookie 7th rounder. I think the Raiders are like, hey, throw it to him. We don't care. Well, guess what? You should care because he's become a key part of this Chiefs offense and a key playmaker. We know he can run the football. We know he's a versatile playmaker, and the Chiefs are starting to use him a bunch of different ways. Number 24, Kansas City fans, remember that number. He's a rising star for your offense.